Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Goal 2 and today we will cover what are you going to wear there, writing and project. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Saleh Al-Ajan. So let's begin. Our objectives in today's lesson, we hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to ask about clothes and also link the kind of clothes to where the person is going and also organize adjectives in a sentence and set a classroom survey. Before we do this, let's make a quick revision on our last lesson. Last lesson, we have a reading text about what we call the Iguazu Falls. And we have talked about the kind of waterfalls, and also we have talked about what is the proper or the suitable clothes to wear when we go to waterfalls. And also we have read further more information about the Iguazu Falls, and we have learned it is on the border between Brazil and Argentina. And also people who usually go there, they usually wear waterproof jackets or raincoats with hoods to keep their heads dry, and also they wear rubber boots to waterproof shoes. And also we have read about the vehicle or the transportation vehicle for these falls, and we said that people usually go there by bus. And one of the landmarks or one of the towns that is near this fall was the Foz do Iguaçu, was near the falls. And also the other attractions that people can see or the activities that people can do near these falls were a helicopter ride, a macuco boat, and they can see the Itapio Dam and walk on the Brazilian side. So we have read a lot about the Iguazu Falls. Now, on our lesson today, I would like you please to open your books on page 46. I would like you please to open your books on page 46. On page 46, here we have an interesting writing exercise. In this exercise, I would like you with a partner to ask and answer questions about the boy's clothes and where he is going. So, have a look at the picture of four different boys on page 46. So, we're going to make question at each one of them. We're going to make two questions at each one of these photos. So, for example, the picture number A, we're going to make two questions like this. What is the boy wearing in picture A? What is the boy is wearing in picture A? And how can you start your answer? You start your answer by saying, he is wearing, and you state what is the kind of clothes that he's wearing. Not only this, but also the other question that we will ask that person, this one, where is he going? Where is he going? So have a look at the picture or have a look at the clothes that that boy wearing. Where do you think he is going? If he, for example, wearing a formal clothes, it means that he is going to some place that is normal or to some occasion that is a formal occasion. And if he is wearing casual clothes, it means that maybe he's going to hang out or going with friends. And we'll see the results of this now. So the second question, where is he going? You start your answer by saying, I think he is going to, and you state where is he going. I think he is going to, and then you state where is he going. So, four pictures, we're going to ask two questions of each picture. So, let's start with the first picture. The first picture, you'll see a picture similar to this. Okay, so we're going to ask the question, what is the boy wearing in picture A? What is the boy wearing in picture A? We can say that he is wearing a thobe and shoes. He is wearing a thobe and shoes. So, someone is wearing a thobe and shoes. Where do you think is he going? Where do you think he is going? We can say that I think he is going to school. I think he is going to school. And why we said school? Because usually the formal clothes that we wear when we go to school is a thought. Now, let's move on to picture number B. And as I said, these are similar pictures to the pictures that you already have on page 46. So, what is the boy wearing in picture B? So have a look, you'll see similar picture to this. What is the boy wearing in picture B? He is wearing a t-shirt, shorts, socks, and sneakers. He is wearing a t-shirt, short, socks, and sneakers. So, someone wearing this kind of clothes, where do you think he's going? Where do you think if someone or if a boy wearing a t-shirt and shorts, where do you think the kind of place that he is going? We can, as we said, we start our answer by saying, I think. I think. You're not 100% sure, but I think he is going to the beach. I think he is going to the beach. And now let's move on to the other picture. So here we can see someone who is wearing a formal clothes. Let's say, what is the boy wearing in picture C? What is the boy wearing in picture C? We can say that he is wearing a suit, a tie, and shoes. He is wearing a suit, a tie, and shoes. So this is formal clothes. And next, the other question, where is he going? So someone is wearing a formal clothes. Where do you think he is going? I think he is going to a graduation dinner. I think he is going to a graduation dinner. So going to a graduation dinner, this is a formal occasion. This is a formal occasion that needs a formal clothes, not any kind of clothes. Next, the other picture. What is the boy wearing in picture D? What is the boy wearing in picture D? We can say here, he is wearing a jacket or a coat, a sweater, pants, boots, and gloves. He is wearing a jacket or coat, a sweater, pants, boots, and gloves. So obviously that these kind of clothes that we wear them, where do you think? In a hot weather or in a cold weather? Very good. This kind of clothes, we wear it in a cold weather. So having a look at this boy, where do you think? Where do you think he is going? So we can say that I think he is going to the mountains. I think he is going to the mountains because usually people who go hiking or go at the top of these mountains, usually the weather gets colder. So this is why he is wearing heavy clothes. This is why he is wearing a warm clothes. So now we have answered all, or we have made questions about all of these pictures. Now, let us move on to the writing corner. And here we have a very important point we would like to clarify. So when there are 2 or 3 adjectives in front of the noun, they usually go in this order. Imagine that you're going to talk about an object, any kind of object, whether if it's a screen, a car, or a table, any kind of object. And you have 2 or 3 adjectives. You want to say, for example, that this screen is heavy and it's big and also maybe long. Okay, so here you have more than an adjective you would like to add to that screen in one sentence. So what should you start with? Should you start first with the color, that this is a big black heavy screen, or you should start with the size? So in English, there is a specific order when we have similar cases, when we have 2 or 3 adjectives in front of a noun or in front of any object. What that order is? The order is that you start with your opinion. Opinion, what do you mean by opinion? Maybe you can say it's nice, comfortable, okay? And the size, whether it's big or short, and also age, whether if it's old or new, and also shape, the shape of that object, and also the color of that object, and also the origin, what is it made of, and also the material, what that object is. So here we're going to order, or we're going to put the adjectives in that order. We start your opinion, and with the size, the age, the shape, the color, the origin, and material. And don't worry, we'll see examples of this. So let's see the first one. He has a nice new silk. He has a nice new silk tie. Pay attention that you don't have to write all of these adjectives, okay? But if you have 2 or 3 adjectives, make sure that they should go at this specific order. So let's see the first example here. He has a nice new silk. So nice goes with opinion, new goes with age, silk goes with origin, what is it made of, and tie, it's the kind of material. So now, she has a small round gold earrings. She has a small round gold earrings. So this is also at the same order. We start with the small, the size, round, the shape, and the material is gold. She has a small gold earrings. And these are comfortable brown leather shoes. These are comfortable brown leather shoes. So comfortable, this is also the opinion. Brown, this is also the color. And leather, this is also the material of these shoes. So this is how can we organize the sentences when we have 2 or 3 or maybe 4 adjectives. We put them at this order. And it's very important so to learn about that order. And also, he is wearing an expensive Italian suit. He is wearing an expensive Italian suit. So here we use the expensive as the cost of that material, and also Italian, the origin from where it is come from. So let's see now, we're going to do a very interesting exercise. Here I have put these sentences in an order that is not correct. And what I want you to do is try to rephrase those sentences in the correct order. For example, let's see the first one. So here we have blue, wool, large sweater. We have blue, wool, large sweater. So as you can see here, I started with color, and here the material, and here with the size, and then the object or the noun that I am going to use. So how can we use this, or how can we change it to put it in the correct order, as you can see here? So this is the correct order. So how can we change it? We can say a large blue wool sweater. A large, because of the size, blue of the color, wool, the material, and the object is sweater. Now let's try to solve the number 2. Big eyes, brown, beautiful. Big eyes, brown, beautiful. So here also we have a sentence that is not in the correct order. Big eyes, brown, beautiful. So if we want to use it, or if we want to put it in the correct order, we start with the first thing. We start with opinion. Do we have adjectives that indicates opinion here? Maybe we have beautiful. Okay, what about size? Do we have an adjectives indicate size? Yes, here we have big. And then age, nothing about age. Shape, nothing about shape. What about color? Yes, here we have brown, which is about color. And then eyes, of course, here we're talking about the eyes. Eyes, of course, will be the object that we want to describe. So the answer will be beautiful, big brown eyes. Beautiful, big brown eyes. So let's try to answer number 3. Black, old, leather, comfortable, boots. black, old, leather, comfortable boots. So here we have four adjectives that we want to use to describe boots. We have four adjectives. So let's start with the first one. The first adjective we have is regarding opinion. Do we have here any adjectives for opinion? Yes, we do, which is comfortable. And what about size? Do we have adjectives here talks about size? No, we don't. What about age? Yes, we have the adjective old. And what about shape? No, we don't have any adjectives that talks about shape. And what about color? Yes, of course, we do have, which is black. And the origin, where is it made from? We don't have any adjectives indicates that. Leather, which is the material. Yes, we do have. So the answer will be a comfortable old black leather boots. Comfortable old black leather boots. So this is how can we answer number 3. Now, let us move on to number 4. Mexican round hat big. Mexican round hat big. So let's follow the same order. So do we have any adjectives talks about opinion? Here we don't. What about size? Yes, we have the word big. And what about age? No, we don't have any adjectives talks about age. What about shape? Yes, we do. We do have the word round or the adjective round. And what about color? No, we don't have any adjectives talks about color. And the origin from where? Yes, here we have Mexican. And the material, we don't have any adjectives talks about the material. So the answer will be big round Mexican hat. A big round Mexican hat. So these are example of sentences that talks about object that has more of than 2 or 3 or even 4 adjectives. And so it's very important that we put into our consideration to follow that order when we want to use these adjectives. Now, let us move on. Here we're going to use 2 or 3 adjectives to describe the boy's clothes. Write them in a notebook, then compare with a partner. So do you remember the pictures we have seen in the first exercise of these 4 boys? We're going to do now, what we're going to do is going to describe their clothes. We're going to describe the boys' clothes and the same order that we have just practiced on. So like for example, comfortable old yellow sneakers. Comfortable old yellow sneakers. So let's start with the first picture, picture number A. So picture number A, if you have a look at picture number A on page 46, let's try to describe the boy's clothes in picture number A. We can say he has a clean, long, white cotton thobe. He has, remember, those are 4 adjectives. He has a clean, long, white cotton thobe. Not only this, we can also say about his shoes that it's a smart, dark brown leather shoes. Smart, dark brown leather shoes. So here is also, we have described the boy's clothes in picture number A. And what about picture number B? What can we say about picture number B? We can say the boy is wearing light blue cotton t-shirt. Light blue cotton t-shirt. And also we can say about his shorts that he is wearing casual beige shorts. Casual beige shorts. We can also say that he is wearing comfortable old yellow sneakers. He is wearing comfortable old yellow sneakers. And for picture number C, have a look at the boy on the kind of clothes that he's wearing on page 46 for picture number C. He is wearing an expensive beige silk suit. He is wearing an expensive beige silk suit. We can also say about his tie, a bright orange silk tie, a bright orange silk tie, and also a new brown leather shoes. New brown leather shoes. So this is how can we describe the clothes that the boys in picture C is wearing. Now, let us move on to the last picture we have, which is picture D. So have a look at picture D. What can we tell, or how can we describe picture D? We can say that he's wearing a warm purple padded jacket. We can also say about his gloves, a brown wool gloves. We can say also he's wearing a casual green wool sweater. We can also say that he's wearing a comfortable light brown pants, and finally a brown leather hiking boots. So this is how, and you can have also, you can use other adjectives than this. You can use adjectives of your own, but the important thing here that we follow the same order. We follow the same order that we have on the writing corner in this page. Now, exercise C, I would like you to find 3 photos of people who are wearing different clothes and write a description of each person's clothes. So I just want you to find 3 pictures of different people who is wearing different clothes and try to write a description of their clothes, like what we have did in exercise B. And to make it more interesting, you can play a game. You can work in small groups, place all the photos you have in front of the desk, on a desk, and also each student reads a description. The first person to find the correct photo gets a point, and you can continue until you have read all the descriptions who has the most point. So find those pictures, okay, and write down the descriptions of the people's clothes on these pictures. And what can you do when you put them in a table? You give those descriptions to your students or your classmates or friends, and the first one who would read the description and find out where the picture is, you will give him a point. And you can continue playing like this until you see who has the most points. As for project in groups, I would like you to do a survey to find out where classmates get shopping advice and who helps them with their clothing choices. Present your survey result to the class. So you can make this survey not only to your classmates, but also you can do it to your friends or family members. You can ask them that question: where do they get shopping advice? If someone said advertising on any platform, then here you put a check mark, or a salespeople when he go to stores, or from fashion magazines, or from store websites when he log on the internet, and also from the word of mouth from family and friends, or from other method. So what I need you to do is when you ask them about where do they get their shopping advice, you put a check mark on one of these options, and you can at the end when you has asked more than one person, you can have gather those results and see what is the most valuable way for people to get their shopping advice. And now, before we finish, don't forget to check on page 110 as we have an additional writing practice. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.